Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Bhaiyo or Behnon, the controversies child is out. By that, I mean the Man vs. Wild episode, which has Prime Minister Narendra Modi with host Bear Grylls.
So here I am in the incredible, beautiful but rainy foothills of the Himalayas in northern India with a truly incredible man who I've had the great privilege of sharing today with and an amazing adventure.
Bear, welcome to India. Incredible India.
Why do I call it controversial, you ask? Well, this episode, they say, allegedly was shot before and during the Pulwama attack happened, and the release, bang, a week after the abrogation of Article 370. The Prime Minister sure has a knack of stealing limelight from such issues. Shot in the Jim Corbett National Park, this episode by the Prime Minister is his attempt to make people aware about the importance of environmental conservation. With Discovery's brilliant camera work and editing, the episode is definitely a visual delight. But there's one thing that left all the viewers confused. The Prime Minister talks to Bear Grylls in Hindi and he responds in English. The Prime Minister also uses words like Paryavaran, Prakriti, Vanaspati Shastra. How much Hindi does Bear Grylls know? Another important thing to note is Bear Grylls kept calling this an adventure inside a national park. That too when you're surrounded by a huge load of security personnel. The release of this episode also gave a lot of fodder to the meme factories running on Twitter. Some called this episode One Ki Baat, while others made gifs and memes on the Prime Minister. In the last 5 years, if you missed out on the Bal Narendra comic series or Prime Minister's interview with Akshay Kumar or any of his TV interviews played on TV channels, then this episode is just right for you. This episode is about tiger conservation and the inspirational life of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, with somber music in the background, of course. This episode did not have the mangoes question, but it did have the Prime Minister repeat anecdotes from his life again. His story of how he caught a crocodile as a child, how he used to iron his clothes, life in a village as a poor boy, and his family and his love for protection of the environment. Towards the end of the episode, the Prime Minister talks about how our greed and need for a lifestyle has destroyed the environment around us. It's funny coming from the Prime Minister, since the state of Gujarat, which he takes a lot of pride in, has a depleting forest cover. According to a report published by the Forest Department of Gujarat, it states that the forest cover or the area under green cover is just 4%, while it should actually be 7%. This brings Gujarat, in terms of ranking, at the 23rd position out of 29 states in the country. But the Prime Minister did end on the right philosophical note. He said that if every man starts thinking that he is answerable to his future generations for the environment, maybe this world will be a better place to live in. Also, if you've missed out on this episode of Man vs. Wild, Union Minister for Forest and Climate has tweeted out saying that this episode will be aired at 9 on DD tonight. So do not miss out on this episode. Watch it just for laughs, for learning, or whatever floats your boat. Bhaiyo or Behnon, that's all for today. This is Soniya Agrawal for ThePrint.